What's going on, long drivers? It's your host, Alex Wober, and we are back here in the studio for a new episode of Smash Factor. Last time I was in the simulator, not too far away, but that was on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you haven't checked that out, we had a lot to cover. We were kind of lacking in terms of keeping you all updated in Ultimate Long Drive World, but we got you. Go check it out now today at Ultimate Long Drive 1 on Instagram and Ultimate Long Drive on Facebook and Twitter. Before we get into all that, let's thank our wonderful sponsors. 1764 Apparel, 4 Yards More, Shark Attack Golf, Tech, Catalyst, Yingling Brewing, Buzz Clear, T-Claw, Perfect Hands, and the Sonesta Hotels for the North American Tour. Once again, if you haven't checked out UltimateLongDrive.com and you haven't gone to the membership tab, well, there's a little surprise waiting for you down at the bottom of the page. There's a bunch of promo codes that can get you some discounts on some of these great sponsors' items. Speaking of T-Claw, Shark Attack Golf, Buzz Clear, and much more. Go there today, UltimateLongDrive.com, and go to the memberships tab and just scroll all the way to the bottom, and you get yourself some discounts today. Now that we covered that, let's jump in to the North American Tour, which was just in Leon, Mexico. If you didn't get out there, it was an adrenaline rush to watch all that stuff happen. I mean, people were just sending bombs out there on the grid. We're going to go through some of these hitters. Distances right now, Emma Perez to start off with in the 11U girls division going 215.2 yards. Liam LaFrance in the 13U boys division going 270, while Miguel Rodriguez in the 15U boys division going 336.8. Miguel, I need some tips because my goodness, that is one heck of a drive. Luis Castrillon in the 17U boys division also going 333. Daniela Flores in the 17U girls division went 234 yards. Let's give a round of applause to our youth hitters out there in Leon, Mexico. Great stuff by all of those. Moving on to Maurice Allen in the 40 men's pro final. He just absolutely slapped the piss out of a ball. 404 yards. Maurice Allen, you are a legend. You are a beast. If you haven't seen him knock a ball over Niagara Falls, you need to go check that out as well. He can hit a golf ball. Bruno Mendez in the 7U boys division went 124 yards, while Angela Alvarez in the 7U girls division went 132. Jorge Gonzalez in the 9U boys division went 178.2, while Victoria Salazar in the 9U girls division went 168.6. Moving on to the Open men's final, where we saw Jorge Arzola take it home with a drive of 360. Matej Servin in the Open women's division took also that division with a drive of 251.3. Phyllis Metty in the Open Women's Pro took it home with a drive of 373. Unbelievable drive by Phyllis Metty. Kelly Trudeau in the Open Women's Pro, the 50-plus women's winner, and Jorge Arzola in the 45 men took home that division with a drive of 401 yards. Arzola was on fire out there in Leon, Mexico. He was able to handle the heat. That's safe to say. Next up, we've got ourselves an interesting one. The Mummy division now, or the senior men's final, went to Luis Castrillon Sr., who had a drive of 335 yards. 88 years old. We can now call that the Mummy division. So congratulations to Castrillon Sr., 335-yard drive. Incredible stuff for somebody that age. Deval Joyner in the super senior men's division took it home with a drive of 327 yards, while Edith Lopez in the senior women's division took that home with a drive of 198 yards. Now we get into the really exciting stuff, which was the Open Men's Pro Final, which we saw Owen Meads. If you haven't known, Owen Meads took it home with a drive of 397 yards. But the interesting part is how he got there. He had to fight his way out of the loser's bracket and then battle against Isaiah Joyner. Had to beat him twice, did so, and did it on the last set with a drive of 397.1. Congratulations, Owen Meads, on winning the Open Men's Pro Final. The Leon, Mexico Tour, everybody that was there that helped with the setup, with the presentation, unbelievable. Luis Corona, great stuff, and from the city of Leon, phenomenal. Let's move on to the rest of the action that happened in Ultimate Long Drive this weekend, and that was also out west at the Morongo Golf Club at Tequette Canyon, the June Shots event, which saw Phoenix Johnson, what a name by the way, win the Open Men's Division with a drive of 351 yards. Lynn Ray in the men's 60 took it home with a drive of 321, while Matt Powell in the Open Men's Pro got some money and hit a drive of 376. Congratulations to those three. Mark Stone King in the men's 55 Pro with a drive of 339, and Dante Doobie in the men's 60 Pro taking it home with a drive of 342. That completes the June shots at Morongo. We had one more event, the Michigan Slams event, which saw Cody Richard in the Open Men's Division take it home with a drive of 369, and Daryl Strecker in the Men's 60 with a drive of 325. So great stuff from all those events. Great drives from a lot of people. You can check out all those results, rankings at ultimatelongdrive.com. That's the result rankings tab, and go check on the results from Leon, Mexico, any of the North American Tour stops, and all the events that happen in the main schedule. Let's jump into the main schedule, speaking of, and let's cover July. This weekend we have the Texas Bombing Drives at the Rim, which is July 6th, 10 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. at the Rim Golf Academy and Driving Range. And then we've got 3 events coming up on July 13th, one on the 14th, but we've got a North American Tour qualifier event coming up on the 13th at Chris Coates Golf Range. That's the Connecticut North American Tour event. And then July 13th, we've got the July Long Drives Minnesota-Iowa event at the Bertram Chain of Lakes Regional Park at the soccer fields. Will be from 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. And then the Red, White, and Long Drive event at Sweet Heat Golf and Long Drive, a part of the Utah League, will be from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. The 14th, we'll have the Western Pennsylvania July Bombs event from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. at the Miller Golf Center. Moving on to the 20th of July, another three-peat here, 3 events. Bombs in Michigan, 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. at Tapins. And then we have the Mid-Atlantic North versus the South. The Battle of Mid-Atlantic, 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at the Top Dog Golf Center, part of the Mid-Atlantic League North, Mid-Atlantic League South, obviously. Southern Alabama July Bombs is the final event on July 20th from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. at the Dothan Driving Range, a part of the Southern Alabama League. And then we've got July 21st, the Coastal Carolinas League Summer Bombs event, back at Sandpiper Bay Golf and Country Club, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. here in the Coastal Carolinas League. And the last event in July, a North American Tour stop in Ohio, the Ohio North American Tour stop, 11 a.m. July 27th at the Golf Center at Sports Ohio. Again, all the information is available at ultimatelongdrive.com. You can head to the main schedule or the North American Tour tab, which we're going to get into right now. We just told you about Connecticut. We just told you about Ohio. We also have the Kevin Blinkhorn Memorial Bash for Cash and Canadian ALD Championships. That's going to be at the Big Golf Academy in Alberta, Canada. We had a post that went out this weekend, and it's got a lot of information. If you haven't checked it out, again, go to Ultimate Long Drive on Facebook, Ultimate Long Drive 1 on Instagram, and Ultimate Long Drive Championships, I believe, at Twitter. You can find all of that information about the Bash for Cash play-in event, which will be a part of the Canadian ALD Championships, August 16th through August 18th. Go check it out now. That's all these stops for the North American Tour stop. Again, all the information is at ultimatelongdrive.com. If I've gone over it too quickly, if you've already forgot about it, you can just head there and find that information. Let's thank our wonderful sponsors once again: 1764 Apparel, 4 Yards More, Tech, Catalyst, Shark Attack Golf, Yingling Brewing, Buzz Clear, T-Claw, Perfect Hands, and the Sonesta Hotels. Once again, it's your host, Alex Wober. Thanks for joining us. This is Smash Factor, and we'll see you next time.